In the shadowed corners of the world where conflict simmers quietly or explodes without warning, there are tools built not for the spotlight, but for survival. Among them, the sniper rifles of Zastava arms stand tall, not with loud fanfare or mass marketing, but with an unshakable reputation forged in grit, reliability, and ruthless precision. Zastava arms is not a household name in many parts of the world. But in regions where bullets speak louder than diplomacy, where soldiers must trust their gear with their lives, Zastava rifles are known, respected, and feared. From the rugged hills of the Balkans to distant deserts and dense forests, Zastava rifles have seen it all. They're born not from sterile labs, but from a land that has known both resistance and resilience. Every curve of the stock, every click of the bolt, tells a story of survival, not just mechanical function, but living history. Take the M93 Black Arrow, perhaps the most iconic among Zastava's sniper offerings. It's not sleek in the way Western rifles might be. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. What it is, however, is brutally effective. Chambered in .50 BMG, this anti-material rifle isn't just made to eliminate enemy personnel, it's built to destroy their equipment, their cover, even their confidence. A single round from the Black Arrow can punch through light armor, disable vehicles, silence radar units, or collapse fortified positions. And yet, it's in the hands of a single person. One soldier. One breath. One shot, but the story of Zastava doesn't end with the M93. It extends to a whole family of rifles, each tailored to a different role on the battlefield. The M76 is a designated marksman rifle built around the Kalashnikov platform, chambered in 7.92 by 57 mm Mauser or 7.62 x 54 mmR depending on the variant. Its design is rugged, familiar to any soldier trained on AK-style weapons. This rifle bridges the gap between a standard infantry rifle and a full sniper system. It's not about 1,000-meter headshots, it's about delivering accurate fire where it's most needed, from rooftops, tree lines, or the edge of a conflict zone where every second matters. Then comes the M91, a modern evolution with a sharper edge. Retaining the DNA of the M76 but streamlined, the M91 carries the traditions of old Eastern Bloc engineering while answering to the needs of a modern battlefield. Semi-automatic, scope-ready, chambered for reach but built for durability, this rifle is not about flash. It's about lasting through rain, mud, blood, and dust, and firing when everything else fails. There's a cold beauty to Zastava rifles. They are not crafted to please collectors. They are made for the field, for the mud-caked boots and the frostbitten fingers. Soldiers don't need perfection, they need performance. Zastava delivers just that. What makes these rifles truly exceptional isn't just the steel and mechanics. It's the philosophy behind them. Zastava Arms builds rifles with the understanding that warfare isn't always high-tech. Sometimes, it's fought from a hillside with minimal supplies. In weather that breaks electronics, or in terrain where even drones fail, in these moments, when batteries die and GPS signals vanish, the sniper turns to what he can trust. His breath. His instincts. And his rifle. Zastava becomes more than a tool. It becomes a companion, familiar in weight, trusted in aim. You know how the trigger breaks, you know how far it can push. You know the rhythm of its action like the beat of your own heart. There are no unnecessary accessories. No built-in computers. No digital displays. Just steel, wood or polymer, and purpose. Because at the end of the day, war is still won by the man who can shoot straight and stay alive. Across dozens of smaller wars, skirmishes, and conflicts, in Africa, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe, Zastava sniper rifles have made their presence known. They aren't always listed in official inventories. Sometimes, they're passed between rebel fighters. Other times, they're standard issue for national armies. But they're always used by people who need a rifle that works. Period. For some, the name Zastava means little. But for those who've knelt in tall grass with a scope fixed on a distant target, who've waited for hours in silence while sweat poured down their back and flies bit their neck. It means everything. It means reliability. It means survival, and perhaps most of all, it means one thing: if you see the flash from a Zastava rifle, it's already too late. Zastava Arms is not just about steel and precision. It's about the human element of warfare, the quiet patience of a sniper, the burden of choosing when to end a life, and the understanding that one shot can shape the fate of a mission, a platoon, or a country. So, the next time someone talks about legendary sniper rifles, remember, greatness doesn't always come from the loudest names or the most modern factories. Sometimes, it comes from a rifle forged in the silence of necessity. A rifle called Zastava, and in the world of long-range death, that silence speaks louder than any gunfire ever could.